Isagi Oichi and the rest of the Blue Lock players get a letter from Igo saying Nagi is coming back. Yeah, as if that would happen. Blue Lock chapter 304 just released, and it's basically just an Isagi slice of life chapter. So the chapter starts off with this amazing looking delectable dinner, my god. And the one who's about to dig in is none other than Isagi. And thank god Isagi's parents got it right this time around, because we do not need another NEL version of Isagi. Please. We don't need it. And if you look closely, which I thought was pretty funny, his hoodie actually says not genius, which is exactly what he's not. I just thought I should point that out. I just think it's pretty funny to me. The next page is basically just Isagi's parents talking to him about Blue Lock and everything and how Isagi loves the food that they ended up making. Basically, Isagi's mom asking him, are you on holiday now? I don't know anything about Blue Lock, but you're here now, so that's all that matters. They then start discussing how cool it must be to have popularity, ratings, salaries, so on and so forth. Basically everything that was the Neo Egoist League. Meaning, if it's not already obvious, his parents definitely watched it when the NEL was being broadcasted. Isagi then elaborates to his mom what the offers were within the NEL. Basically offers from overseas and if he's going to take it, but he said, I want to focus more on the U20 World Cup. And his mom ended up asking him, so you did end up getting first place, correct? And Isagi says, yes, I did. I'm really happy, like very happy. His dad then starts to clown him a little bit by congratulating him, and Isagi basically starts losing his mind, asking him to stop doing what he's doing. His mom then joins in on it, having a little playful fun, just goes to show you how great of a family Isagi has. Shame that he's a literal menace on the pitch. I don't understand how that makes any sense. Bro has never had anything wrong happen to him in his life, and yet, for the love of the game, we then see Isagi notice something. That something happens to be a mailman with the Blue Lock logo on his back. So Isagi and his parents go to the box to see what it is. Turns out it's a box with a bunch of discs labeled footage with a letter to top it off. This letter turns out to be from none other than Igo, which says, the key to your next evolution lies within. Try to find it yourself. Which I think is so cool, knowing we're going to see an evolution from each player in the U20 World Cup arc based off of this specific thing. To where then I believe his mom asks a question as to who it's from. Or if anything, asks who Igo really is. So Isagi tells them that Igo follows a philosophy, one that has helped him get to where he is today, as well as the other Blue Lock players. And obviously his mom and dad don't truly understand any of that, so they just ask more questions. Asking, the person we saw on TV during the matches, that was him, right? And Isagi basically just agrees. Telling his parents that either he or Igo has the dream of winning the U20 World Cup. Saying Igo wants it more than anyone on Earth. But until that moment, he'll keep fighting no matter what, or something along those lines, I don't know. Mind you, the translations here are very, very rough, and none of them have really come out, so I'm kind of just going off of what I know. Again, very rough. To where then we get an actual crazy plot drop where Isagi says, Jinpachi Igo is crazy, but he is my dream benefactor. Meaning the only way Isagi can get to what he wants is through Jinpachi Igo, the guy who is guiding them to their final goal. And Isagi 100% knows that that's the case. We cut to the next page where his mom and dad are looking at him with pure content. Happy for him in every way, shape, or form that he's able to reach his goals in the best way that he can. So his mom and his dad start chopping it up a little bit more with Isagi, and that's kind of just what happens on this page. Isagi's dad then drops some knowledge on Isagi, saying the fact that your mother and I are family doesn't change a thing. From now on, this whole thing is bigger. I think yes. And he says something else here that I can't really translate that well. It's basically like in a world competition, you either sink or you swim, something like that. Not exactly those words, but you get the idea. And then we cut to Isagi's point of view saying, Mom and Dad never change their ideals. No matter what, they'll support me regardless. He then thanks his parents and takes his box to his room. We then see Isagi take out one of the discs and put it in and start playing one of the videos. He starts watching a match midway through and starts to notice things about each player. Then out of nowhere notices a specific somebody or something that somebody is doing. And at this point he's listening intently, saying, what is this? The shot was blocked? The goal scene. These are things to learn. As he starts to notice the little things about these different players and how they go about moving. Finally understanding and using his senses, he notices the starting point to change the game. What exactly is the moment that predicts that? Basically the moment of the game where everything gets turned around. Trap pass and dribble ideas to add to the excitement of the battlefield. from the video and from the past world, followed by Ego saying something that was very much related to what is happening here in a previous arc. As Isagi realizes this is the type of soccer he doesn't know, meaning there is more to elaborate on as the time goes on. The more he watches this footage, the more he will know, which again will lead to more evolutions on down the line. All these new players, all these new plays, a bunch of opportunities for chance. Saying in the next chapter, it's all over the world. Interesting, it's very fun. New simulations. Enter it. Heart to heart to new dimensions, I want to enter it. As we get a flashback to what he was doing when he was a child, watching soccer the same way he is now. Just now, he's in a bigger position to where it's all justified. And in the last page, we get to see the remaining 3 players from Team Z, Bachira, Chigiri, and Kunigami, get their own letter and start reviewing the footage. Crazy to think that Isagi, Bachira, Chigiri, and Kunigami are the only surviving members of Team Z. So that was Blue Lock Chapter 304. Filler? Sure. But at least we get something going forward. I like how this is basically a starting point for the U20 arc, knowing what we should expect based off of everything that's happened from previous U20 matches that now will play a part in the future. But I want to know from you, what did you think about Blue Lock Chapter 304?